thanks to Narwhal for sponsoring this video. If there's one thing that I feel I need to say about the new AirPods, is that they would have been great for 2019. And listen, this is not me trying to bash them. Love it or hate it, it's been 5 years since their original release, and they're still on top. Surely sales haven't remained as strong, but Apple still dominates 38% of the market. You might think that's not a lot, but the next competitor only owns 9%, and all you need to do is walk around New York City to notice it. Why did Apple take this long to launch this third generation is beyond me after so many leaks, but they're finally here and they're late. I'm Jaime Rivera with Pocket Now, and let me explain why in our full review. All you need to do is watch my review of the second AirPods or even my thoughts on the AirPods Max to know that I kind of struggle with some of Apple's decisions. Surely I adore their convenience and the Apple ecosystem, but I do have a problem with this mentality of form over function. My biggest problem with the second generation AirPods was this one-size-fits-all mentality, because it seems all didn't include me. I couldn't manage to keep them in my ear no matter how hard I tried, which only defeated their good audio experience. It wasn't until the AirPods Pro came to town that I truly fell in love with this concept, as they didn't just fix the fit, but also the feel with their vent mechanism and both transparency mode and the noise canceling. Now, the new AirPods 3 borrow on some of these design choices with the stems that are now 33% shorter, so it doesn't look like if you have Q-tips dangling from your ears anymore. The controls are also getting a revamp, with the tap gestures now gone in favor of the force sensor controls you get from the Pros. I know some people prefer the tap, but I prefer the feedback of the new system. Single squeeze will pause the song, double or triple to change it, and a long one to enable Siri, and even the Hey S command is also an option. Now, another great feature they bring from the Pros is that they're finally IPX4 sweat and water resistant, for all of you who dared to work out with the originals without this rating. Now, the reason why I won't be one of those people using them at the gym is because the one thing that I love the most about the Pros is not here, and that's the fit. Instead of the variable ear tips, they bring a different attempt into the classic open ear design we had before. I will admit that these do fit my ears better than the previous ones did, but I just can't get around feeling paranoid doing any activity and dealing with the feel of them falling off. Again, it's better, but I'm not going to call it ideal, even if I know that a ton of people prefer not having tips. Something I do like is the new case, though. It resembles the Pros at a glance, but this is actually smaller. Think of the case of the old models just getting wider and shorter, but nearly taking up the same footprint. The box includes a Lightning to USB-C cable for charging, but I'm just shocked that Apple was able to fit magnets in this case to not just support wireless charging, but adopt a more reliable approach with MagSafe to keep them in place. That said, I think the only reason these AirPods are superior to even the Pro models is their endurance. You get 6 hours of listening time instead of the 4.5, which is pretty much enough for a cross-country flight across the United States. The case will get you a total of 30 hours and charges them fast enough to get you an extra hour in just 5 minutes in a charge. Now, as for the most important reason why you'd even buy these, sound quality is pretty great if you're not in a noisy environment. We get a new low distortion driver that provides more bass, and I like how it's not trying to overcompensate for the noise by going hard on your ears like before. Highs are also a good increase, helping you notice a bit more detail, but not a dramatic difference from before. They also bring Dolby Atmos support and the same adaptive EQ you get on the Pro models, which adapts whatever you're listening to quote-unquote the way it's supposed to sound in Apple's wording. I do find that to do a far better job at serving you a better experience while you're in a crowded area, but I still feel the design gets in the way of it being truly excellent. Probably one of my favorite features here is the new implementation of Find My that'll even let you know if you're leaving these behind somewhere and, you've done it just as much as I have. Also, spatial audio is here, but it's one of those features that I actually disable. Like, sure, it's cool the first time to notice that the audio will shift based on you moving your head around, but since I'm always moving around, it gets kind of unnerving at times. As for what I see people using these for the most, phone calls, yeah, those are still great. I think AirPods are probably the best at it. It comes to the point where callers find phone calls to sound better from these than even the speaker or the earpiece on your phone. It's this plus little things like Apple's H1 chip, which enables so many things in addition to the auto switching between your Apple devices that make these great for anyone that needs their earbuds to become more like necessary tools in your everyday life. Now, if only they had noise canceling at a time where we're permanently in Zoom calls and need to be fully concentrated. Sadly, since I can't get that ideal here, one of my favorite workarounds is to simply get the most silent and practical solutions for the most important things in my apartment, and a major player in that department is today's sponsor, Narwhal. Meet the Narwhal T10, the world's first mopping and vacuuming 2-in-1 that's designed to self-clean itself. See, the problem with most automated vacuums or traditional cleaning systems we've known is that then you'll have to clean them too. The Narwhal T10 uses smart mapping and navigation to reach your home in the toughest of areas, with cliff sensing to avoid stairs, obstacle avoidance, and even tools to determine no-go zones. It offers a strong 1800 PA suction to tackle the toughest conditions, and then you can swap the brushes out easily to convert the T10 into a mop. Follow the first link in the description to learn more about how the Narwhal T10 is an awesome all-in-one for your home or office. To conclude, I think my feelings this time around are far more positive than the last time Apple decided to release a new pair of AirPods. We get a better design, better sound quality, an IP rating, and most of the cool factor we get from the Pro variants now downsized into a somewhat smaller package. Here's the problem. We're no longer in 2016 or even 2019. Their price tag is really not something I'd call in touch with reality. Back when these had no competition, the price made sense, but today we have devices like Amazon's Echo Buds 2 or the Galaxy Buds 2 or even the Nothing Ear 1, all offering water resistance and noise canceling and some sort of ambient mode and the better fit and the compact case, all for a price that's dramatically below what Apple is asking for here. Heck, even the AirPods Pro can be found for nearly the same starting price of these new AirPods on Amazon all the time. Yes, the AirPods 3 are a good pair of earbuds, and if this sort of fit plus the perks speak to you, then of course I have no problem in recommending them. I'm sadly on the boat of people that find them too expensive for what you get. Maybe it's because I've been using the Pro models for so long that I have a hard time going back. And that's pretty much the case for me, and I'm sure for some of you. Now, let us know what you think about the AirPods in the comments down below, and while you're at it, follow us on social media and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. You can also follow me on my personal handles to see me go through Techtober flashbacks for the rest of the year. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.